In a faraway town in Persia lived two brothers, Qasim and Ali Baba. Qasim was a rich merchant who loved gold more than anything else. Ali Baba was a poor but honest woodcutter who worked hard every day to feed his family. One day, while Ali Baba was working deep in the forest, he heard a loud rumbling noise. It was the sound of many horses galloping toward him. He knew he had to hide. He quickly hid behind a large tree and stayed very still. To his surprise, 40 men on horseback stopped. They looked very dangerous, carrying bags and weapons. They were a band of 40 thieves. The leader of the thieves stepped forward, raised his hands toward the giant rock, and shouted, "Open, Sesame!" He cried out in a loud, booming voice. Amazingly, the giant rock slowly rolled open, revealing a dark cave behind it. The thieves went inside the cave and the stone door closed tight behind them. After a while, they came out. The leader shouted, "Shut, Sesame!" and the rock closed. Once the thieves rode away, Ali Baba crept up to the rock. His heart was beating fast. He took a deep breath, looked at the rock, and shouted the magic words. "Open, Sesame!" The rock opened. Ali Baba couldn't believe what he saw. Inside, the cave was filled with shiny gold coins, sparkling jewels, and beautiful silk. He carefully filled 3 small bags with gold, just enough to help his family, and went home. When he got home, he showed the gold to his wife. They were no longer poor. But soon Ali Baba's brother Qasim found out about the gold and became very jealous. He forced Ali Baba to tell him the secret words and where the hidden cave was. The very next day, greedy Qasim took 10 donkeys to the forest to take all the gold. He stood in front of the rock and yelled, "Open, Sesame!" and the cave opened for him. Qasim ran inside and began packing as much gold as he could carry. He was so excited. But when he tried to leave, his mind went blank. He forgot the magic words. "Open barley, open wheat, open bean," he cried. But the door did not move. Soon the 40 thieves returned. They found Qasim inside, and that was the end of him. The thieves tracked the missing gold to Ali Baba's house and marked his door with white chalk. But Ali Baba had a very clever servant named Morgiana. She knew the mark meant trouble. She took a piece of chalk and drew the same cross on every single door in the neighborhood. When the thieves came that night, they were completely confused and had to run away. The leader tried a new plan. He disguised himself as an oil merchant with many large jars. But 38 of those jars didn't have oil. They were hiding his thieves inside. Kind Ali Baba invited the merchant to stay, but Morgiana went to get oil for her lamp. She heard a whisper from inside a jar. "Is it time?" She whispered back. "Not yet." Morgiana quickly boiled real oil and poured it into each jar, trapping the thieves. When the leader realized his plan had failed, he ran away and was never seen again. Ali Baba was so grateful to Morgiana, he freed her and gave her great rewards. Ali Baba lived happily and peacefully, never taking more than he needed from the cave. This story teaches us that greed leads to trouble, while a clever mind and a kind heart can overcome any danger. And so the woodcutter with a good heart lived happily ever after. The end.